Hi, myself Sinraj. In this video, I am going to teach you about the STP, Spanning Tree Protocol, and what is the purpose and uh, how the looping is happening. If Spanning Tree how supports for avoid the looping. Here I draw one basic diagram like I took two N machines and four switches, and each switches having two cable connectivities each other, totally four ways to get that traffic, right? So see here I connected two cables for this to switch to this to this like that, right? And see some of the ports state is in like down state. What does that mean? And by default all the switches spanning tree is in enabled mode, that you can see in the configuration. Just enter and show running config. See here current configuration version 12.1 and all, host name switch, spanning tree mode PVST. So by default the spanning tree is in enabled mode for VLAN 1. VLAN 1 comes on as I told, all the ports comes under VLAN 1 by default, right? So now what I will do, just I will disable the spanning tree mode and let me see. Before disabling, let me assign some IPs and I will try to ping. Okay, just I will go for router configurations. Just I will enable the port and I will assign some IP and let me ping. After pinging, then we will let me check how the spanning tree is working. Okay, config terminal mode. Just enter into interface fast ethernet 0 by 0, no shutdown. No shutdown is nothing but I am making this port state into up, right? Once I give the enter, just to see this red goes to green. See the port is got up now, right? So now what I will do is I will just assign one default gateway for these two N machines need to communicate. Even we will give the different IPs, even different IPs in the sense again we need to create VLAN and all. So let me check. I will give one default gateway IP address 192.168.1.1 255.255.255.0. okay, then do write is nothing but copy command. Okay, then give n to come back to the privilege mode, right? Just I enable. Now I will assign static IP from that range. So I will give 192.168.1.3 for this one, and default gateway is 1.1, right? And I will give 1.2 for this, 192.168.1.2, and default gateway is 1.1, right? So let me ping from this machine to that machine. Ping 192.168.1.2, it is pinging, and we will ping the default gateway, right? So it's pinging. So now the end machines can able to communicate each other, right? So if you want, you can check from here also the same. Ping default gateway 192.168.1.1. so it's pinging, right? And try that machine 1.3, it's pinging, right? So now the communications is happening and the spanning tree is also enabled. Why we need such kind of connections? Like in case if this connections goes down, for example, see from this switch to this switch, this is enabled, this is disabled, right? So in case if this goes down, then this will get up. Okay, so what I will do, and also here I disabled this port what is that, port numbers option I disabled. See, you can see here, go to here options preference, want to see once again, see, go to options, click preference, and always show port labels, right? see it's selected. If we deselect, then it will go. So you select like this, then you check this port, which port is this one, and if you make that port into down by manually, then automatically this port will get up. Okay, that how you can do is just 2 lines code. You need to find out which port is this one and enter into that port and give shutdown, then it will go down. Okay, administratively down you will get that message. So I will disable this port visible options, right? Then you can easily view that status. So now what I am going to do is I am going to disable the spanning tree protocol in this all the switches by manually, right? I already told by default spanning tree is enabled. So now I am going into disable. Just I am entering into global configuration mode and I am typing no spanning tree VLAN 1. Right? See, once I entered this, then all these ports from this switch everything got green, means there is no spanning tree is running in this, right? Even now you can check that ping response is happening from this machine to that machine, because see these 4 ports it will send the traffic. Okay, but this port is also disabled, this side 2 ports is also disabled, so still it can able to communicate, because only in this only traffic will go out, other 3 ports is going to discard the packets, right? So let me check once the command whether it is pinging or not. So it is pinging, right? So then what, again next we will go to this switch and we will disable the spanning tree, enable config terminal, then no spanning tree VLAN 1, right? So once you enter, see this side also it's enabled all the ports. So now you can come to know this is continuous blinking, what means from this switch to this side looping is going to happen. Okay, then I think this command I forgot in previous switch, do write, nothing but copy command. Even I will go here and I will copy the command, do write, right? Okay, then now you try to ping from this machine to this machine. Let me see what it is happening. Wait and see, you will get request timeout, because from every side it will send the traffic and it will keep on rotating in your network. So that is nothing but loop. Okay, local loop. Loop in the sense the request will go to these 4 ports and again this side and this side, again it will come here, again it will come back in this, again it will come, so it will keep on running in this. So see, you can see here now the loop is happened. So to avoid this, the spanning tree is taking care to avoid the loop. Once we enable this spanning tree for that ports, automatically spanning tree will take care to avoid the loops, like one link should be in active mode and one is like backup mode. So once the primary goes, then secondary automatically will get up within 45 minutes, 45 seconds. So for that it will try to communicate first 15 seconds, then 15 seconds, then finally it will come to know that this link is got died, then we need to activate this. So like that automatically it will link will get up, right? So now what I will do, again I will enable the spanning tree here and let me check. Now spanning tree VLAN 1, right? Do right. Okay, then see this side it got applying spanning tree VLAN 1, right? Do right. Okay, so let me see this side also it's enabled. Now just wait, it will take 30 seconds to get the primary link to select the path. Okay, yeah, see now you can see this side this is got temporarily down and this is got up and this is got up this side. Okay, and let we wait because still this side is down. See, now it's came up. See, you can see now from switch A to D it is coming, and from switch D to C it is coming, and switch C to B it is coming. So now this is the communications it is going to happen. 1 minute. Also this side too is enabled. Why? Let me check. Enable config terminal spanning tree VLAN 1. So it's already running. Do right exit show running config. Yeah, then let me try to ping now what it is happening. Let me see whether it is pinging or not. I think it won't ping. Yeah, it's not pinging. From which side the issues happen? Yeah, it's pinging now. Hey, great. Okay. Yeah. So now you need to know. See, from here to here it is communicating, here to here it is communicating, same here to here it is communicating, and here to here it is communicating. But if any traffic may comes from here, okay, it will select the path according to that. Let me ping from this one. Yeah, it's communicating. So that's what, to avoiding this loop, we are using this spanning tree. By default it is enabled. If you want, you can disable. And for example, if you create VLAN 10 or 20, whatever maybe, so for that also by default spanning tree will be applicable only. You no need to, for example, you can ask the question like by default VLAN 1 is there, spanning tree protocol is enabled for VLAN 1. If I create new VLAN 10, so then whether the spanning tree will work or not? Obviously it will work. By default, if you create n number of VLANs, the spanning tree is enabled only. If you want to disable, then you can disable it. Okay, so hopefully I think you got the spanning tree protocol, how it works, and what is the use, and how it is avoiding the loops and all. Thank you guys for watching for this video. Keep on watching. I am going to release more videos on CCNA and more features on, like in future I am like to release firewalls and all, how to do, and wireless things also I am planning to cover. Okay, thank you, bye.